Hello, it's Chris here. Welcome to London. I've made you this short video just for you. If you're not here, that's our first ever members get together. It's the 5th of January, so I hope you enjoy the next few minutes. Let's go. I don't know if you know my salty bird.
Oh, salty bird! Yay! Hi, chef! Hi!
Gary Tackett.
Gary Tackett.
And a lot of people still believe, you know, they'll get an ebook online, they'll get excited, and I say, I don't want to be negative, I'm just trying to be realistic.
Hey, main woman. Forget Chris. Oh, where is he? He's in there, isn't he? Oh, is he really?
This guy here is. This guy's a great TV. Very like friend. I've been looking forward to meeting you so much.
Cheers, Chris. Happy New Year. All the way from Yorkshire for a free drink.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I know your name.
Do you?
You've just joined.
Yes, exactly.
Peter, that's ever so
I
kind
want to
of you.
congratulate you. I think you're one of the pioneers of the new internet. The sober one, the intelligent one.
What a lovely
the mature
thing to
one.
say.
Truly, that's why I'm here.
I'd just like to spend a few moments just quickly sharing, for what it's worth, a few little kind of thoughts and random discoveries that I've kind of learnt over the last couple of years that have actually really, well, I've said this before, apart from marrying Frida, asking Frida to marry me, this has actually been the best thing I've ever done. About a year and a half ago, a few may know this, I wrote a book, well, it was an ebook called Shattering the Myth, and it was all about, and again, it sounds a little bit cliched, it sounds a little bit corny, but it's ever so important, it's ever so pertinent as well, I feel, for running a successful business. And it's all about having the right mindset to make money online. And I think we can all relate to the fact that we've all at one time or other been whisked away by people that tell us, oh, it's ever so easy, it's ever so quick, you don't have to do anything. And we all kind of have dollar signs in our eyes. And I think we've all realised, absolutely, that's not true at all. And I think I'm sensing a real kind of turn, a real change online for marketers that are now, and this is really kind of, if I had to distill my whole business, this is really what it all comes down to. And again, it sounds a bit cliche, but it is true, and it's delivering value first. If you deliver value first and don't even think about the money up front, eventually the dollar signs, the pound signs will materialise. But it will take a while. And as you know, it did take me 6 months. Anyhow, in this book, I remember it, do you remember, Frida? I remember saying, I've made some money. She was like, about blooming time. It's taken 6 months.
$27.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hooray! So excited. Don't forget about the 10,000 I spent to make that money. But anyhow. But when I was writing Shattering the Myth, and if you've read this, you might know this, I discovered this statistic of people that actually fulfill their potential, if you like, or actually succeed, for want of a better word, in whatever they set out to achieve. And you may know this, but statistically talking, the actual percentage for success, for anybody that fulfills something that they set out to achieve is, well, do you know? You might know.
3%.
It is 3%. 3% sounds, you know, nothing. But if we flip it and look at 3% of the world's population is actually 198 million people. And suddenly, that kind of, doesn't it, feels a little bit more, you know what, I could be one of those 198 million. Suddenly it doesn't quite seem so insurmountable. So how do we become one of those 198 million? And I was kind of working backwards. I was thinking, okay, I want to be successful, you know, we all do, but how do we become one of those 198 million? And so I did a lot of research and I wrote this book, and I discovered, and again, cliche alert coming up, just to warn you, but I discovered that those people that are really successful, they develop successful habits. And I know, again, this sounds like something that's so obvious. Yeah, of course, Chris, we know that. You're not telling us anything new. But how many of us really do actually genuinely take this to heart and really do develop successful habits? And making money online is absolutely no exception to the rule. It's a business, first and foremost. I say this to many, many people. It's a business. And businesses can fail. You know, they can fail. We don't want to get carried away with the fact that because it's the web, we think we're going to, do so well. It's a business, first and foremost. And therefore, we need to go in it with the correct mindset. And that means learning new skills, as you know, and understanding these new skills and then implementing these new skills. And I was seeing results when I implemented what I'm quickly about to share with you. And the first one was, it was viewing obstacles as opportunities. Every obstacle has a solution, and this is ever so true online as well. And once you know that every obstacle has a solution, do you know an amazing thing happens? You end up hitting problems online, and you know that there is a solution. So if we know there are solutions, then when we hit a problem, it's not actually a problem. It's an opportunity to learn more about this business. And some of you may know this is how Success Grenade started. Every single Success Grenade is actually a personal problem that I had when I started that I didn't understand about something. I couldn't find anybody anywhere to explain it to me clearly or simply without trying to upsell me something. So I wrote it down because I'm one of these people, I'm not naturally quick. I need to write stuff down a few times to learn it. So I wrote down Success Grenade. And then suddenly it becomes a newsletter, and I'm then using that to drive traffic to my site. So I just really wanted to somehow convey that suddenly obstacles are actually glorious opportunities, but it takes that switch being flicked in our head first, and we can all do it. And the web is so young, and don't think we're too old, we're too young. It really is happening right now.
So it's the end of the evening. How do you think it's going?
It's gone very well, thank you. I am amazed at how many people have turned up and the comments that I've been getting, and just the kind of the feeling of camaraderie, if you like, from everybody. So yeah, it's gone very well.
Quite nervous before we started.
Did you notice? I was really nervous before I started. It's funny because as some may know, I used to work on the radio, so I've spoken, on air before, but I've never actually done a speech like this in public to, 150, 200 people or so, and I sort of had some bullet points in my head of what I wanted to say. But when you're up there and you're talking, it's like it all goes out of your head. So yes, I was very nervous.
How do you feel now?
I feel great, actually. I've had a few people buy me a few drinks. I've had lots of people buy me Maltesers, which is always a good thing. And I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the evening and relax and kick back a bit.
Knowing people online and now meeting them face-to-face, is there still room for face-to-face meetings?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think there always will be. I think the danger online is that some will lose the power to communicate properly. And the web, we mustn't forget, is still a tool for business. It's still a business, as I often teach to people. And the web is just a tool that will allow us to get results quicker. But you still need, I believe, to have that interaction, that delivering value to somebody, that treating somebody as a person. So yes, I'd say that there definitely is.